This special series of episodes we've been doing that looks at this, the what now question, new dialogues. It is very much an effort to try to find some solutions and some new ideas for how things should be done. And so it's great to have someone here talking about an approach to all of this that is different from the dominant media narrative. So thank you for that. We're also very interested in identifying some ideas for the new president who will soon be in office. So let's say it's the day after the inauguration in January of 2017, and you get a phone call from President Trump's office saying, I read your book, or someone read your book and summarized it for me in 3 pages, and I'd really like to hear from you. How should I approach this? I need to bring some sort of order and calm around this, the turmoil around these questions. Come talk to me and tell me one thing or 2 things, the highest priorities I should have about the war on cops. What would your advice to President Trump be?
Change the narrative. That's the most important thing. The president actually has not a huge effect on local law enforcement, except if he's putting out a false narrative. And as we've seen, that has had a huge effect on police behavior with the result of Black lives being taken. So I would say stop telling lies about law enforcement. Do not waste money on things like implicit bias training. I'm not a big favor of federal funding to localities, period, because it's not as if it's free money. It's getting sucked up by local taxpayers, sent to Washington, sent back, minus a whole lot of administrative costs. So I'm not even going to say to President Trump, well, if you wanted to help fund something, fund tactical training, because again, the federal money is just coming from the locals anyway. So I would say start telling the truth about the extraordinary accomplishment of policing in saving lives, in allowing many inner city neighborhoods to have economic development. Economic development is not the precondition to lowering crime. Lowering crime is the precondition to economic development. And give voice to those, bring them on the dais with you. Give voice to those residents who actually need law enforcement and support them. Unless we have a change in rhetoric from the top, they're going to keep getting worse.